Welcome back to the dark future of the Bones of Night. Let's see what we can learn today about what happened to the crew. Can you solve the mystery of the Prospector?
Number...
I know this is unexpected, but you must listen to me closely. I don't know how long I have before they cut the transmission. I know FD has been sending you crew logs to find out what happened to the Prospector, but they aren't sending you everything. I don't know exactly what happened, but they've been keeping some logs from a review, and I think they might have something to do with why the ship was lost. I don't care what happens to me, I just want the truth to come out. I hope this helps. A friend.
Mission Day 0, Captain Han Singh. Now that I know the full scope of this expedition, I don't know that I would have signed up for it. But we are committed. FD spent millions to get the Prospector off the hook for that safety report Madsen put in. We don't have a choice now. I'll have to brief Madsen about the satellite, the Collective Defense Cooperative Force stowed in our cargo bay, when we get in system. I sure as hell have no idea how to rig up and launch an advanced listening satellite. I don't get what the CDFC hopes to get on the Federation this far out in the fringe of human space, but I suppose it never hurts to be cautious. Mission Day 0, Quartermaster Harlan Green. Per Cap's orders, that mammoth crate in the cargo bay is off the manifest. It'll be like it was never there. I didn't ask him what it was. I saw the look in his eyes when those goons in the CDFC Engineer Corps uniforms loaded it on the ship. If Cap is pissing his britches, that's all I need to know. All the other supplies got loaded today, including the stuff from our new friends at the Syndicate. I'll have to do an inspection after takeoff. Sounds like Cap is eager to get underway. I can't say I blame him. Mission Day 0. Logged intercepted communication with an indeterminate destination. This call has been recovered from a deleted record. Unknown crew member. Error retrieving personnel records. Please contact Frontier Dynamics Information Security Team. Successfully boarded the ship. I'll be setting up shop for the op. Will send update as I can. Mission Day 2. Logged intercepted communication with an indeterminate destination. This call has been recovered from a deleted record. Unknown crew member. Error retrieving personnel records. Please contact Frontier Dynamics Information Security Team. Made contact with target. Cleared to execute. Mission Day 3. Logged intercepted communication with an indeterminate destination. This call has been recovered from a deleted record. Unknown crew member. Error retrieving personnel records. Please contact Frontier Dynamics Information Security Team. Clearance acknowledged. Will execute. Prepare near FTL extraction before threshold entry. Mission Day 4. Flight Officer Dean Castillo. Just got out of a pretty serious talk with Cap and Kaz. Looks like we have a flight path correction to account for that other part of the expedition. Thankfully, this isn't a big adjustment since the orbital insertion point they want is just a bit off the original flight plan. The SAT will be parked in the outer stellar accretion cloud to shield it from scans. How the hell we got on the hook for something like that, I don't know. But we have to do what we have to do. Mission Day 4, Supplemental. Flight Officer Dean Castillo. Just had a close call with... I can't say for sure. The sensors couldn't get a positive ID on what it was. Could be some kind of dark matter mass or maybe a ship with stealth tech? I've heard some pilots with roots on the border with the Federation talking about readings like this. All I'll say is thank God if it was a stealth ship that it didn't bother with us. There's literally nothing we could do if another ship attacks.
If I can send more again, I will. This is what I'm able to send at the moment. If they recover more, they...
Number 8. Encroaching Void. Dear Investigator, it has come to my attention that a rogue element with fanciful stories of frontier dynamics holding back data had the audacity to send fabricated logs to your office. Please disregard anything this individual might have sent to you as nothing more than fiction. The Frontier Dynamics Information Security Team is investigating this incident as we speak to uncover who this liar could be and bring them to justice. We received your questions about the Bodolevskaya corridor, and I have asked Dr. Stiles to address them. I have also provided some logs here from the Prospector. Respectfully, Margaret Aurelius, Director of Deep Space Mining Initiatives and Exploration, Frontier Dynamics Corporation, Interstellar. Questions on Bodolevskaya thresholds. Answered. By Dr. Rickard Stiles, PhD, CRFC, IDRF, BNQX. Hello, investigator. You bring up some pretty interesting questions relating to Bodolevskaya thresholds. I must say, many of these are questions we have ourselves. Why would the interdimensional plane exist in the first place? Why does any force that enters it have a virtual hyperbolic relationship with our own dimension? To be honest, I do not believe we will ever have answers to these deeper existential questions. Remember, the very notion of existence is a concept that only comes into being in brief transplant via vessels from our plane of reality. On the topic of questions we can answer, you asked why Engineering Chief Madsen would be worried about drive efficiency when the entry acceleration of the vessel is the chief determining factor in how far and fast a vessel travels. So the main drive of a Bodolevskaya threshold ship powers the shield that envelops the craft to preserve existence while in the threshold. This shield, it has been discovered, also acts as a kind of lubricant, enabling more exaggerated factors of relative acceleration with greater levels of strength. When this shield is weak, it seems to cause a kind of dimensional drag, making the hyperbolic relationship between the relative virtual position of the ship in our world less pronounced by several orders of magnitude. Like he said, a 3-week trip could become a 3-year one for the crew. In the worst case observed, a 9-day trip turned into a 19-year journey for the crew of the collective destroyer New Jamestown, when their primary drive completely failed, and they had to use secondary and emergency reactors to power the shield. I saw another question that you had, was why it is so critical to enter the threshold with a precise acceleration and particle density. Unlike most propulsion methods, once a vessel engages their threshold lance and enters the Bodolevskaya threshold, no further energy or acceleration can be imparted on the vessel. Even lighting the sublight thrusters at full burn will have no effect while in the threshold. So there is nothing, other than shield strength, as discussed earlier, that can affect the travel time or relative virtual acceleration of the craft. I hope this has been of great help to you in better understanding some of the interesting aspects of this phenomenon. Dr. Rickard Stiles, Chief of Research and Development, Frontier Dynamics Corporation, Interstellar. Mission Day 12. Communication Specialist, Scarlett Regan. This morning, I woke up and my hands were covered in blood. I tried to clean them, used my whole daily ration of soap and hygiene water to try and wash them off, but they just wouldn't clean. I went to see Doc, but when I showed him my hands, the blood was gone. In typical Doc fashion, he scolded me for wasting his time and said to come back when something was actually wrong. It had to be an anomaly, right? I don't like the alternative. I've heard of things like this before, but never seen it myself. To take my mind off of it, I've been combing through the comm logs from before we entered the threshold. There's some really strange traffic I didn't pick up on shortly before we entered that is a bit confusing. There's SYN traffic that's obviously missing, since the telemetry logs have been tampered with. There's short packets of data that's completely missing, either deleted or worse. I also see some incoming traffic from an unknown source, but it's some of the most heavily encrypted or corrupted transmissions I've ever seen. It's frankly just wild. I'm gonna take an extra sleeping pill tonight. Try to get some sleep. I really hope I don't have the same morning I did today. Mission Day Unknown. Unknown crew member. Error retrieving personnel records. Please contact Frontier Dynamics Information Security Team. Ship supplies were completely gone 3 days ago. The recyclers are shot. There's only enough oxygen for maybe a few hours. And I won't slip from the threshold for another 7 days. This is it. Today is the day I will die. I wish I could say that fact brings me some measure of peace. It doesn't. Biggest haul of my life. Millions of creds in the cargo hold. And I'll never live to see even a pinch of it. How could I have miscalculated my jump so badly? "45 years, and it all comes to this." There's no way I'm going out from asphyxia. I'll wait till the air's almost out. Then I'll make it quick. Mission Day 12. Security Personnel, Meredith Andrews. These anomalies are only getting worse. I've never been on such a radical jump before, so maybe this is normal? I talked with Dean and he said he doesn't know of any flight that's pulled 30 days of high aspect. Not exactly comforting. Gravity suddenly switched on in the excavator gear base, sending a bunch of excavators plummeting into the floor. Thankfully no one died, but there's a lot of broken bones and bruises. It is so strange to have gravity on the ship at all. Even in sublight, the thrusters pull the ship forward without imparting inertia inside the ship. That's how we keep from getting spaghettified at near FTL acceleration. We usually only get time and gravity on shore leave or on deployment for the diggers. I caught Simmons stabbing a bulkhead over and over again with a butter knife. When I asked what he was doing, he said he couldn't remember even doing anything. Like he had been sleepwalking or something. I saw Harlan storming out of the cargo bay. He seemed absolutely panicked, but he wouldn't tell me what happened. I looked in the bay and didn't see anything out of the ordinary, but it smelled horrible in there. Did an anomaly drop a stink bomb in there or something? Then, the ship-wide PA system put out an ear-splitting screech for a solid 5 minutes. I feel like I can still hear it ringing in my skull. According to the access log, no one has used the ship-wide since yesterday. There's more. A lot more. But I'm just so worn out. I don't even want to think about it anymore. I really need a strong drink right now. Mission Day 12. Quartermaster Harlan Green. I'm so fucked. It's gone. It's all gone. All the food we got is spoiled rotten. Except for the ration packs, which I don't think could spoil even if it was bathed in mold. It's all gone. The meat, the vegetables, the fruit, it's all fucking gone. The crates look like they're a decade old, and the smell, dear God, the smell. I checked the seals, and they're all good. Everything checks out, so... It had to be an anomaly that just... Oh, I'm so fucked. I told Cap and he said that I get to inform the crew as part of my duties as quartermaster. Jesus Christ, I swear. If I'm not spaced after tomorrow's morning meeting, where I have to tell everyone we have to go down to rations and recyclers just to survive the trip, I'll consider myself beyond lucky. Months with that awful taste the recyclers make and the ungodly concoction they make those rations out of. Oh, God. My stomach's turning just thinking about it. Months of diarrhea, shitty food, and shitty work. Fucking hell. I'm so fucked. Mission Day Unknown. Unknown crew member. Error retrieving personnel records. Please contact Frontier Dynamics Information Security Team.
There was one who was not who they said they were. We cast them out among the stars. Watch the final frozen breath leave their lips. Now none of us feel we are who we say we are. And we hear the cold grasp of the stars beckon.
Mission Day 15. Flight Officer Dean Castillo. Something is wrong. We're bleeding entry momentum too fast. It doesn't make any sense. Either something is wrong with our sensors, or we have way more mass than we should. Almost like half a load of ore. I'm running and rerunning the calculations again. Something isn't adding up here. By these numbers, we're going to drop out of high aspect 5 days too early, low aspect 10 days too early, and slip out of the threshold only 2/3 of the way to our target. This can't be happening. I have to be missing something. Next time on The Bones of Night. I think he did this on purpose as some sick joke. 13 seconds. We were literally 13 seconds away from the main reactor going up in a thermonuclear blast. Half the ship is trying to kill one man, and that doesn't seem like something worth intervening in? I hope you enjoyed today's show. What did you think of the episode? Leave a comment down below to let me know what you thought, or leave a question for my new monthly Q&A episode. Before you go, please be sure to leave a like and share the show with a friend. It makes a massive difference in helping with discovery of the show, but also lets me know what you'd like to see more of. Check out the link tree below in the description to see all the different ways you can enjoy the show, or how to connect on social media and Discord. Special thanks to Fulfill Your Destiny for being a paid subscriber on Substack. Your contribution makes this show possible, and I cannot thank you enough for your support. If you would like to be featured in the show's special thanks, as well as other perks, please check out my Substack link in my link tree. Words cannot express how much I appreciate you taking some time out of your day to see what I've been working on, and I truly hope to see you again soon. Until next time, good fortune, good health, and good day.